Hi guys, so today I just want to bring like a quick fun video of what's been going on and what I've been realizing as I'm going through this debt-free journey. I got my phone with all my notes on there, so if you see me looking down, that's what it is. So there's things that I've caught myself doing that I'm just like, girl, no, that is really hurting your debt-free journey. That is really hurting your debt payoff, scheduling and everything. So I just want to talk about things that I've caught myself doing that have kind of sabotaged my debt-free journey, payoff nonsense that I've got going on right now. So the first thing that I want to talk about is how I selfishly and knowingly sabotage myself, and one of them is by calling off from work. I get in these moods because going to my job, in my experience, is not easy. There's a lot of different personalities. There's a lot of, like, not social climbing, but there's like a lot of like, I'm gonna step over you to get to where I want to be in my department because it's so small and there's so limited availabilities. So when I cannot handle that kind of pressure, I just make an excuse that, oh, I'm not feeling well, I'm like irritated, I'm just nauseous, I'm sick, and I call off from work, which, by the way, causes me to lose income. Now fortunately, I've only done that twice, and it was two different occasions. One, I decided to leave early because I just didn't want to be there on a Friday night sitting for hours on end doing nothing because my job was so slow. Now my job, or my boss, does not let you go home paid if it's really slow at my job. He says you can leave early with no pay, or you can sit at your desk for the remaining time of your shift and get paid. I'm selfish enough to not give a shit about people at my job, and I'm like, bye, I don't care. So that has happened to me. Another one has happened where it's been so slow and they're like, well, you have the option to come in or not, but it will have to be, if you have PTO, then you can use that, or if you have sick time, you can use that, or if you just don't want to come in and just do a no pay, then you can do that. And I've done that where I told them, you know what, I don't feel like coming in, I will do the no pay. So when I do it, I'm just thinking about, oh, I'm gonna be so happy not being at work, but I never think about how it's gonna affect me in my next paycheck. So that is one major way that I've been sabotaging myself. Like today, like I was just so annoyed and tired and exhausted from working two jobs and just not wanting to deal with my lead, not wanting to deal with all these new people who just fucking irritate me. So I called off. Luckily I did it with PTO because I'm getting better at that. I didn't do a no pay, but still, I'm like, when I use my PTO, I'm not getting my differential pay, so that will also affect me in the long run when I budget out for the next week. So that's one of the major ways that I've caught myself like, girl, you affecting your money, you shouldn't do that, but I still do. And that's why I say it's like something selfish, something very knowingly that I do, but it's just like I need a mental break. So that's one of the things. The second one, which has been recently and a lot that's been taking a very hold on me, is buying food outside, like junk food, fast food, drive-through, coffee, whatever you want to call it. I've noticed that this past month, August, and now it's trickling into September, and hopefully I'll stop that, is that I'm not cooking at home. I'm literally buying food outside because I make the excuse that I don't have time to cook. I don't have time to do anything except like I need to feed myself, so I need to go somewhere quick and eat something. But that has also affected me because my budget is getting blown. It's just almost getting non-existent because if you think about it, one meal for a person is getting really expensive nowadays. Like there's no way you can go out and be buying a meal for yourself that won't cost you $5 to $10 every single time. So imagine if I've been doing this for quite some time now, like toward like the end of August to now September. I've been doing that, and I've just been feeling it on my checking account or in my grocery budget, because I'm choosing to buy food outside instead of groceries that I can cook and make here at home, being cheaper. So I know that has been taking a toll on my budget, and it's basically sabotaging my whole budget planning. So I just wanted to like come to the conclusion, like, girl, open your eyes, see what you're doing, because I know I see it, I feel it, and I just like, you know, just shrug it off and be like, well, it's okay, you know, I'll get better next time. But I'm just like, no, you need accountability, and that's why I'm filming this, because y'all can correct my ass down in the comments, be like, girl, fix yourself, okay? So yeah, I just want to tell you guys, you know, this is happening. This is what I've caught myself doing, and I haven't stopped. But hopefully by filming this, I'm just like, girl, get your shit together. Your viewers know, so there's no hiding it anymore. So that is like one of the things that has really been hurting me and sabotaging my debt payoff, because if I'm overspending in my food category, like on my groceries category, that means I'm digging somewhere else, you get me? So, which is not good. Which brings me to point number 3 of how I sabotage myself. So I've been doing this for the last two paychecks, and that is using my debt snowball to buy things I want. Yeah, I said it, I did it, I went there. I see this extra money in my bank account, and I've been eating out, and I've been seeing that I'm out of a budget, and I still want stuff. I still don't want to cook. I still want to get coffee. I still want to get, you know, fast food. I still want to live a good life. So yeah, I have not, for the last 2 paychecks, been using my debt snowball for what it is, debt. I've been using it to buy food, to buy a shirt or two, just things that I don't really need but just want. And yeah, so that has really like hit me like, shit, I'm really fucking up. But I'm just like, this urge to just want to be able to spend the little bit that I finally accumulated, a mentality has really hurt my debt payoff, because instead of paying like the $100 or the $50 or the $25, right, for debt, I'm just like, well, it's not a lot, so I just will spend it on something to make me happy. And that's where I'm messing up really bad. So I just want to be honest with you guys and just be like, look, this is what I'm doing and sabotaging myself, and this is why you guys don't see some numbers going really low when I'm supposed to having really low. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there because I am human, I am young, and I just want to be able to spend money. And I do it also because I'm just thinking, okay, I'd rather spend the spare money that I have than instead of putting it on a credit card. And that's how I justify it. Like, well, I'm using cash, so it's not bad. I can't feel that guilty. And that's the type of mentality that gets me into trouble, that delays my debt payoff. And then I'm just gotta think, I'm like, shit, I just dug myself in a hole because I can't close this account. I'm not putting that balance lower. So I just wanted to keep it real with you guys and just put myself accountable for everything that I've been doing for the past 2 paychecks. And I'm just like, girl, get your shit together. So this is going to be like an eye-opener for me. And hopefully it gives you a glimpse of, like, you know, things we all do that we probably kind of like don't want to admit, but we do it. And then the last one that I've really kind of noticed, and that I kind of seen everybody like start noticing, is we're not saving as like more than what Dave Ramsey says. Like, Dave Ramsey says you need $1,000 and that's for emergencies only. Cool, I understand that. But when you really think about it, an emergency to you might be different to what it is to him. Emergency for him can be like, your car went out, like he always says. You need to pay your lights or some shit. But to me, it can be like, oh my god, I have this bill that's gonna be past due and it's gonna hurt me really bad, so I need money to pay that, which was unexpected. And that's what I might find an emergency that he might not find an emergency. Or it might be like oh shit, he ran out of, or I ran out of things that we need to like clothe ourselves or like feed ourselves, you know, kind of minor things, but we don't have the money for it, you know, just sparingly lying around, and we take that as an emergency. And I think, you know what, instead of taking it out of an emergency fund, which I think is like really big things, instead of these minor little details that happen like in everyday life situations, I think that savings, like personal savings aside from emergency fund, is crucial, because I've noticed that I might have an unexpected expense that I was not foreseeing, but it's not such an emergency that you think like, oh, you should take it out of your emergency fund. You get me? So I feel like savings has been one of the things that has really set me back, because I could have also like my debt snowball ready to go for my debt, and then I get like an unexpected, oh shit, I need to get this paid, or I need to really buy that now, and then I use my debt snowball for that. You get me? Instead of being like, you know what, I have a little bit of personal savings put aside besides my emergency fund that I can go and dig and not feel as bad. Because in my mentality, I would hate to be like, you guys, I'm starting baby step number 1 again. Lord baby Jesus, even though I am, because of my car situation. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm not getting a new car. I'm gonna put money into my Honda, and it's coming out of emergency fund, because I don't have a car maintenance sinking fund anymore, because it got taken, like depleted before this, because of all the issues it was having. So sinking funds and just savings has really set me back in my journey, because I have to find ways to get money from different areas of my budget to suffice that. And I know a lot of people are like, girl, just use your emergency fund. I'm like, it's just a guilt that I get that doesn't allow me to do that. I don't know if it's just me or it's just a mutual thing that people feel, but I feel like now in the debt-free community and Instagram and posts that I see, that a lot of people are like starting to realize like, shit, I need an actual savings account that's not my emergency fund, but something that I have to decide that is for me and for any like minor details that just pop out of nowhere. And yeah, also sinking funds are great, but sometimes like I think about it, I can't just set aside so much money all the time every paycheck, because it will swallow up my budget. It will also swallow up my debt snowball. So I just like to have like a small savings for me on the side, which I feel like I'm gonna do. I do have the envelopes that I got, which I will show in my next video when I get paid. And yeah, that's what's really been happening. I've been sabotaging myself here and there with these small but yet very significant things that I've been doing in my life, that I've caught myself, and that I just want to put it out in the world and just be accountable for it, because I never know if like this video can help you be like, ah shit, you know, I'm doing the same, girl, I'm doing the same, and it's okay, we gonna be this in it together. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know how I'm sabotaging myself, and how like you might not know it, but you can be doing the same thing, or you just be relatable to anybody, and or just be like, girl, I got you. I'm gonna put you in your place. I'm gonna let you know the truth, and you need to get your shit together, because we need to get out of debt. So yeah, that is how I've been sabotaging myself from being in my debt-free journey to a better life. But you know what? I'm happy that I'm putting it out there, and hopefully you guys can like give me some positive feedback, or just, you know, sweet comments. Don't try to bash me, you guys. I got enough of that in all my social media platforms. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you heard any noise around me, my boyfriend is home. He is watching, you know, he's doing his thing over there. I got neighbors, they loud. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you. Bye.